The Igbos want to leave, the Yorubas want to leave, the Arewas want to leave. But somehow, somebody doesn't want us to leave. Something is holding Nigeria together. And the truth is, it's not what you think. It's not national unity. It's not one nation, bound in freedom, peace, and unity. What if I told you that the very thing that we are all angry about, that every president is wanting to remove, that very thing is the glue that is holding us. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Silas Umekwe, and before we proceed, please click the like button and click the subscribe button for more content like this. Let's go straight into the business. Corruption seems to be the glue holding Nigeria together. I'm sure you are thinking, how true is this? Are you okay? Now let me tell you something. Corruption in Nigeria has created a parallel system. As a matter of fact, we live in two Nigeria. We live in the formal Nigeria and we live in the informal Nigeria. The formal Nigeria is the one you read in social study. Constitution, institutions, three arms of government, presidency, legislature, and judiciary. That's what you read in the books. But the truth is, the informal Nigeria is where everything happens. That's the parallel system. It's running side by side with our former Nigeria. Right now, let's look at a couple of things that would really spark up this discussion. Let's look at first the bureaucracy pass. Now, if you've ever tried to get a valid ID, NIN, what's the other one? Passport, driver's license, or any of those things, trust me, you know that apart from the fee that you see on their website, there is also a fee you pay, right? There is also that fee that you use to bypass bureaucracies. If you want anything to come out fast, there's that money you need to add to make sure that this thing comes out fast. Now you see, that money is what is fueling or is what is covering the government inefficiencies, is what is covering the inefficiencies of the institutions and the systems that we have. The second thing is the informal safety net. Funny enough, is it funny? It's not funny actually, but let me tell you something. Nigeria is one country that has zero welfare package. Okay, I think I remember one time that the governor, a governor was giving 500 naira as empowerment to pregnant, mothers that just delivered. He was giving them 500 naira as welfare from the government. Can you imagine how crazy that is? Yeah, but that's the kind of country we live in. There's no welfare, so we now have an alternative welfare system. And guess who are in charge of that alternative welfare system? Politicians. That's what they use to buy loyalty. That's what they use. Help your boy now, help your boy. So you see people do anything for a politician just so they can just get small change. And that's why we have vote buying in the country, because the money that is meant for welfare, the politicians are going to use it. They are giving you as welfare, but this time now they are making you feel like they are doing you a favor. 500 naira, 200 naira, 1k, anything for your boy. And that's why we buy votes. Now, also, can you remember when there was COVID-19? Do you know, as crazy as it sounds, every state government was given palliatives. Palliatives was supposed to be shared. It was supposed to be distributed freely to people. But guess what? Politicians hoarded it. Why? So they are still going to use what is supposed to be a welfare package to the average Nigerian just to buy loyalty. Can you imagine that? That's how deep corruption has eaten into us. Then we have the man no man. Who be your father? Who you know? You want to work in CBN as who? As what? That's the Nigeria we live in. You must know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody if you want to get to anywhere. And it's crazy, because the truth is, this is the glue that keeps us together. This is the reason why, if the government is not working effectively, we cannot speak with one voice. Why? Because some people are benefiting from it. Man no man. Right? So the whole inefficiencies that is in the government has made room for a parallel system called corruption. Now, but the truth is, what do we do about this corruption? What are the costs of corruption before we can even look at if we can think of how to find a solution to it? The first thing you need to understand is that corruption shrinks the economy. The economy will keep shrinking. Why? Because the money that is supposed to be used for development is not going to be used for development. It will enter some people's pocket. Snake will swallow some, monkey will swallow some, they will bury some inside is it sock away? Yeah. They will bury, in fact, the monies will just not be used for development. And once those developments are not there, it is going to make sure we are having a very, very hostile business environment, which will cause businesses not to flourish. All of this is going to affect the economy. Number two, it stifles public offices. Now, our last president, President Muhammadu Buhari, died in a hospital abroad. That is after spending 8 years in power. He could not fix one hospital good enough to take care of him in his dying days. Now, this is part of the problems of corruption. Corruption weakens public offices. It just destroys the whole public system. It scatters it completely. Number three, it scares away investors, FDIs. That's what corruption does. Because, I mean, you want a company to run, to do a project, build roads, build hospitals, build schools. Then they give you a budget, but because you have to pay that bypass fee. Corruption starves the public services, the schools. You don't seem to understand that it's because of corruption that we have NUC going on strike. We have primary school teachers, secondary school teachers going on strike. All our public services are being strangled by corruption, right? And another cost of corruption is drain. You see, corruption makes the playing field within every system unequal, because you need to know somebody that knows somebody if you're going to get access to anything, government contract, government employment, and all of that. This creates an uneven playing field, and because of that, you find out that those that actually merit the office or merit the job, they don't get it. So guess what? They're going to look for a system that gives them that even playing field, and that's what has brought about a lot of people jackpying. I'm sure you know about jackpot. Now, what's the way forward? The first thing is that you need to fix your mindset. You see, this change that we are talking about, corruption is the glue holding us, yes, but the truth is we cannot continue to live in corruption. That's the truth. We can't continue to live in corruption. So the first thing you need to do, guys, you need to change your mindset, because I've spoken to a lot of young Nigerians, and the first thing they tell you that if you reach my turn, I go chop my own money. That's very wrong. That kind of mindset is not going to help us get out of this corruption system, because the average youth feels once I get into power, I will amass and I will amass and I will amass. So it starts with you changing your mindset. The next thing is building systems. Yes, while we are waiting for the government to put their house in order, why not start from where you are? Build a system that works on transparency, build a system that works on merit, employ people that are qualified, and if you need to lay off somebody, lay off the person. If somebody is not doing the right job, just build a system that has integrity, that has efficiency, and that is very, very professional. And finally, the most important part, demand transparency from your leaders. Like our Professor Glitch, Mahmood, the just retired INEC president. A lot of people were asking him, "Okay, what happened? Continue demanding transparency. Start from your local government chairman." Now, the truth is, the president shared their palliatives to every state. So who did not share the palliative? It was the governors. So don't just wait till all of us start pointing fingers at the president. Start from your local government chairman, then move to your state governor, then move to the president. But let every office holder understand that part of the dividend of democracy is that you have to be accountable to the people, because the people in a democracy are citizens, not subjects. Yes. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you gained value from this. Please click the like button, hit share and subscribe. All right, I'll see you next time.